Multimillionaire Jeffrey Epstein is expected to face a judge in New York City today. He's set to appear in court for a bail hearing after being charged with child sex trafficking.
Epstein's lawyers want him released under house arrest until trial, but prosecutors argue he's a flight risk. Epstein is accused of sexually abusing dozens of girls, some of them as young as 14 years old. CBS News legal analyst Rikki Klieman is here to walk us through this case. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
So, Rikki, this hearing was supposed to happen on Monday. Why did the judge delay it in the first place?
We don't know what his reasoning was. The judge certainly had enough material that had been submitted that was written, and that was a memorandum from the government, a response from the defense, outlining their plan instead of detention, and then the government's response to that. But it was the last filing, the government's response, where the government let the judge know that what the defense said was really not complete. So we also had victims who testified or gave statements, is perhaps the better term, on Monday to the judge, and he had to consider their feelings. And the judge may have just wanted a little bit of calm, just to think things over, perhaps even to talk to other judges, or he just wanted to be able to get some distance, get the people out of the courtroom, a lot of emotion in there on Monday, and order his ruling. We don't know if he is simply going to read a ruling from the bench or if he is going to have more conversation with the lawyers, but I think the time has come for a decision to be made.
Can you just go over the arguments from both sides?
Sure.
What do they both want?
Well, the government wants him to be detained. That is, he is being held currently in detention, and the government believes that he is a flight risk. Why is he a flight risk? Because the government says he has enormous resources and that he has the ability, no matter if he turns in his passport, which he has, but there may be money there that is hidden. There may be people there that he has used before. He apparently had an army, I say in quotes. He had a lot of people who were there to help him in his endeavors, be them legitimate or criminal. So the government says also he's a danger to public safety, and those are the two prongs for detention: risk of flight, danger to public safety. Why? Because he may continue, and I do say continue, to buy off witnesses, which he has done. As soon as the story came out from the Miami Herald back in the end of November, he wired $250,000 to one person, $100,000 to another. These were people who had worked for him, who might be able to testify against him. And you have victims who say that they are frightened if he is out, because at one time that they felt threatened. If he's out again, they'll feel threatened. There was a parent of one of the victims, that is a parent, that is a mother or father, whose car was run off the road back in the time of the original plea deal, back around 2007, 2008. So these people are scared. That's the government's argument. Oh, by the way, lest I forget, there was plenty of cash in the $77 million mansion on the Upper East Side.
And a fake passport.
And a fake passport, expired, a Saudi passport, and not dozens, not hundreds, but thousands of pictures of young girls, young women, that is, girls, under the age of 14 or thereabouts, that were nude or semi-nude. So that presents a danger to society. The defense says, look, there is no real reason to detain him if we can give you an alternative plan. We can give you a plan that will still guarantee that he is going to be in court, that he is not going to be a danger to others, and he's not going to flee. So they outline quite an elaborate plan about having him post for bond his house, post his plane for bond, ground the plane so the tail number is grounded, it cannot be flown, that he will spend his time, as the government puts it, in a gilded cage in that mansion, but he will be locked in that mansion, only allowed to go out for medical appointments or with his lawyers, that he will then hire his own security force, that they will then make sure that he does not disobey. He will have a GPS device or the latest technology, so we will know where he is at all times. So the defense says, well, isn't this enough?
Yeah.
I mean, why does he have to be in a lockup? Well, the government says with Jeffrey Epstein, it's not enough.
That's right. Well, we're going to find out at 11:30 this morning, so we'll be keeping an eye on that. We'll probably have you back, Rikki. Thank you as always. Appreciate it.